Today we're going to be working on transition offense and defense. I hope you brought your running shoes because we're going to be running up and down the court. So these are the things we're going to be working on. Number one is spacing. It's important to have good spacing so one defender can't guard multiple players. Crisp passes and quick decisions are also important because you're only going to have a limited amount of time before the defense comes back to full strength. So you really need to make fast passes and know where you're going to go with the ball. The last thing is to get the ball into the middle of the court, because if you get the ball to the middle of the court, you're going to have more options rather than if you funnel it to one side. You're only going to be able to use one side of the court. So really getting the ball in the middle of the court so you have all your options open. Now on defense, a couple things we'll be working on is to pressure the ball early. This is going to make the offense make decisions earlier than they want to. It will also help you push the ball to one side of the court if you make your decisions and pressure the ball early. On defense, you're also going to have to anticipate the next pass, which is easier said than done, but you just kind of have to know in general where the offense is going to want to go with the ball. And the last thing is to keep your hands up. That enables the passing lanes to be a lot more narrower, and they may have to make more passes to get the ball open. So I'm going to have the great Steve Nash explain the drill we're going to be doing today that works on these principles.
Still my favorite drill with the Suns. It's a fast break drill called the 3-on-2-on-1. What we do is we have 3 guys go down on a fast break against 2 defenders. The shooter on the team at 3 comes back on defense, and the 2 defenders come down 2-on-1 on him. We want to concentrate on this segment on defense transition. Coach, what's important to look for in this segment?
Steve, same thing as before in a lot of ways, in that you want to concentrate on jabbing at the ball, being able to slow the ball down so that you give your teammate a chance to come back and help you out. And what we're trying to do is have 2 guys of the 3 run wide, the point guard down the middle, and have those 2 gentlemen be able to step up and slow the ball down to give the other 2 guys who would normally be on their team in 5-on-5 a chance to get back and help them out a little bit.
I love fast break. Let's go. Get it off the glass, guys.
I'll let
Go, run it.
wide.
Let's go.
Jab.
Jab at him. Good. Good. Get back. Good. Good defense.
Other way.
Let's go. One of you back. There you go. Good hustle.
Pass if he's open. Jab.
Good pass. Way to be unselfish. Good hustle.
So there's just a couple of key points I want to mention that Mr. Steve Nash did not. So the person in the middle is going to outlet the ball. Now it's important when you are outletting the ball to actually see where you're passing the ball, because the defense may be pressuring the outlets and this will lead to a turnover. So after you choose a side, the person in the middle outlets the ball, you're going to follow your pass. So you keep the court spread. The person who receives the pass is then going to go in the middle. This will make the whole court open, not just one side. Now of note, we're going to go with talking about the defense first. So notice how this top player is pressuring the basketball. He's not going to simply let this player just dribble into the middle of the lane. So you need to make this top player make a pass, either to this direction or this direction on the wing, funneling the ball, making it harder, and having them only have one side of the court. Now, as soon as this person passes, if he's right-handed, he'll most likely pass it to the right side. If he's left-handed, he'll most likely pass it to the left side. So it's important to anticipate the pass. So cheat towards the side that the player is dribbling, because that's more likely where they're going to pass it. So once they pass it, a back player is going to take away that pass. Thinking about the next situation that may arise when this player has the ball, this person is going to have to drop back into the lane, because they're going to want to make a bounce pass from here to the other side, because that will be the easy layup. So anticipating that, this person's going to have to drop back a little bit. Okay? So what will most likely happen in this situation, when you drop back, they're going to pass it back to the person in the middle. you're going to have to step back up, guard the person in the middle, and then this person over here is going to have to drop. And it's going to make the decision a lot harder for this person in the middle because they're going to have a lot less time to make a decision. And in all likelihood, your people will be back to help you pick up the other people in that situation. So those are just some pointers for when you're playing defense. And remember to keep your hands up, making the passing lanes a lot harder to get the ball through. Now, we're going to transition over, pun intended, to offense. So it's important with offense that you have spacing. Now, when you're rebounding, this player needs to hustle to get even with this person over here. So it's important to hustle when you're outletting the ball. Now, their spacing is pretty good. They are extended out. It's very important, I can't stress this enough, when this person passes the ball to the side, he or she cannot go down to the middle of the lane. You need to keep your spacing. The farthest you should be going down is the foul line. Otherwise, this person can guard too. The last suggestion I'm going to have to tell you is that you're just going to have to take what the defense gives you in this situation. So like what I said when I was describing the defense, what's going to happen is they're going to pick up and then this person will be left wide open in the middle. You have a nice easy 10-foot jump shot. Or if they don't pick you up well enough, you can just take it right to the hoop. So really, I can't tell you what to do on offense. It's just going to be contingent upon how the defense is playing you. And we'll get into those situations and we'll stop and talk about it during class situations. Now for the 2-on-1, coming back the other way, so the person who shoots is going to come back and be the one player on defense. For our purposes in the class, since most people aren't going to the NBA, most likely you're going to force a shooter to take a left-handed layup. The reasoning and rationale behind that is, sadly, most people can't make a left-handed layup. So if you're going to give them a layup, don't let it be an easy right-handed layup. Make it be a left-handed layup. So you're going to want to force the ball to come to the left-handed side. Now on offense, you want to keep this defensive player off balance. So that means passing the ball back and forth so they don't know where the ball is going. And again, it's going to come down to where the defensive player is playing you. If it's in our class, hopefully they watch this video and they're going to force a left-handed layup, but you never know. And you do want to pressure the ball, but again, you're the last person, so you can't fully commit to one person or the other. So you can take a jab step in the direction, hesitate, don't give away what you're fully doing on defense. And when on the offensive end, you obviously want to get a right-handed layup because those are the highest percentage shots. So really, on your exits, the key is going to be, I'm going to ask you what is really important in transition defense, and that's anticipating the next pass, or to anticipate the next pass. Again, what is really important in transition defense? You really need to know where the ball is going, anticipate, so you can make quicker decisions.